Ladies and gentlemen, the 6 o'clock hour is upon us. We should bring the village board meeting to play. And we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, well, Clerk Colhagen, call the roll, please.
Clausen?
Here.
Hewitt?
Here.
Doxey?
Here.
Anastasio?
Here.
DeGroot?
He's here. And it should be noted that trustees Washburn and Boccia are excused. So we'll move on to public comment and input. Members of the public are welcome to provide comments on any matter. Please listen for the president to recognize you. State your name and address for the public record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. Looks like we've got Gary Buckholz signed up. Mr. Buckholz, if you'd come to the podium and tell us what's on your mind. Make sure that the green light is lit up on the microphone.
On the microphone or
Nope,
on?
you're good.
On the base.
You're good.
Okay. Hi, my name is Gary Buchholz. I live on Slater Avenue, adjacent to Campus Park on the southeast corner. I'm here to address the future road from Slater Avenue south to Corporate Drive as posted on the Mount Pleasant Facebook page. When the park was started, Slater Avenue residents were at the meeting, saw the plans of the park, and were given assurance from the village that Slater Avenue would not be road access to the park, only pedestrian traffic. The plan, I was told, has had several updates that we did not know about. I was alerted to Facebook 1 week ago to see the final plan. Among many changes was the removal of a large 74-spot parking lot and a toilet facilities servicing the northeast end of the park. Their removal was touted as an approximately $500,000 savings to me by a planning official. The plan was presented to the Plan Commission with those savings, but they were not informed of the new road at a cost of approximately $1 million per the same official. While Slater Avenue does not enter Campus Park on the new plan, the future road would create approximately plus or minus 24 parking spaces outside of the park, and it will create a thoroughfare via Corporate Drive to Village Hall, Campus Park, YMCA, also many businesses and healthcare in the area. While rearrangements would come at a price, adding a smaller parking lot could be done without the loss of any amenities of the current plan. Add accessibility to people to utilize those amenities without having to schlep coolers, chairs, picnicking supplies along with children, kitty corner across a 39-acre parcel, and at a price far below the approximate $1 million for a road. Doing so would allow residents their current situation and the village to keep Slater Avenue as it is. The last page that I attached are minutes from a February 8, 2018 Plan Commission meeting. After following up and supplying a duplicate request, after 2 years, it never went to the board, and I was told by Sam Schultz the village changed its mind. I have included copies of the original plan with a large parking lot and the final plan with no parking lot, as well as the minutes from the Plan Commission meeting. My phone is on the minutes. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. I see nobody else wishing to speak publicly, so we'll close public comment. Let's move on to the consent agenda. Trustee Hewitt.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adopt the items on the consent agenda.
Second.
So a motion and a second for the consent agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? That motion carries. So let's move on to item C, which is finance legal licensing. We've got discussion, possible action to approve the budget amendment resolution 3-2022.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve Budget Resolution 3-2022, amending the 2022 adopted budget as presented. Second.
I hear a motion and a second. This is a cleanup resolution, and Mr. Bond, if you just wanted to clarify again, this is something that we had discussed at a previous COW meeting, and here it is in front of us.
Yep, just a cleanup item for some additional borrowing we did after the budget process. Plow truck came in $30,000 more than our initial estimates. That's obviously a byproduct of what's going on in the economic world today. We also had an election storage area added in the amount of $20,000, and we also added some parks items and a sidewalk that has to do with the park. Both of those items are completely TID funded. So again, just a cleanup for what's actually going on and where we're actually spending the money.
If there aren't any other thoughts from the board regarding this, we'll just do a roll call vote because it's a resolution.
Clausen,
Aye.
Hewitt,
Aye.
Doxey,
Aye.
Anastasio,
Aye.
DeGroot.
Aye, motion carries. Item 2, discussion possible action related to the pending litigation, PTS Contractors, Inc. versus the Village of Mount Pleasant, Racine County, case number 2021 CV 1043.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve a settlement agreement with PTS Contractors, Inc. regarding Racine County case number 2021 CV 1043.
Second?
So I hear a motion and a second. Again, this is something that was discussed at previous committee of the whole, and this is just finalizing that payment. So regarding that matter, roll call vote, please.
Clausen,
Aye.
Hewitt,
Aye.
Doxey,
Aye.
Anastasio,
Aye.
DeGroot.
Aye, the motion carries. So let's move on to the third item, which is discussion possible action, Resolution 4-2022, establishing ward assignments and designated polling locations.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve Resolution 4-2022, establishing ward assignments and designating polling locations as presented. Second.
Motion and a second. Again, this is something that was just discussed at the COW meeting that we came out of. And this is some adjustments that had to be made due to the redistricting fight that was going to and fro, in the Wisconsin court system. That's been settled, so the final district lines have been approved, and that has the cascading effect on us at the local ward level. So we've made those adjustments. Any other thoughts regarding that?
Nope, got it.
So there being no other discussion on the matter of Resolution 4-2022, roll call vote, please.
Clausen,
Aye.
Hewitt,
Aye.
Doxey,
Aye.
Anastasio,
Aye.
DeGroot.
Aye, motion carries. So then we go to the fourth item, which is discussion possible action to hire McMahon Associates, Inc. to conduct a study related to the fire EMS services in conjunction with the Village of Sturtevant and the Village of Caledonia.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve a contract with McMahon Associates, Inc. to conduct a study related to fire EMS services in conjunction with the Village of Sturtevant and the Village of Caledonia, subject to minor revisions by the village attorney.
Second?
So I hear a motion, I hear a couple of seconds. Again, this is something that we had discussed at length with the Committee of the Whole. All trustees are aware of this. In speaking with trustees that aren't here, Washburn and Boccia, this is something that they support as well. So the fiscal note on that was what for our split?
The total amount of the study that will be divided up between the Village of Caledonia, the Village of Sturtevant, is $43,500. Our portion of that is $19,250.
Any other thoughts from trustees?
Well, I think that it's a good thing that we're looking into the possibility of sharing services, and this is only the first step in making, we aren't making a decision to share services right now. Sturtevant and Mount Pleasant make up the South Shore, but potentially Caledonia could be included in that. But since we need to do a feasibility study first before that decision is made, so this decision is just to do the study.
That's right. So in the matter of the approval of the study and our share of that, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So that motion carries. So if we jump down to reports, none. Under item 7, announcements, recognition, village residents, employees, memorials, and non-political community events. Anybody have any thoughts on that? I had the privilege of going to the first annual, although it's about the 43rd annual pancake breakfast held at Roma Lodge. This is the Racine County institution that was held forever by the Kiwanis Club, and in the last couple of years that was handed off to Roma. The first year that the Roma Lodge people handled it, they did that at Festival Hall. Last year it got washed out because of COVID, and so this is the first time that they did it in their facility, and I can report that they used every square inch of that facility, feeding thousands of hungry Racinians. So it was a good time. Charity was served, and it was a great day for pancakes.
When our club, Kiwanis Club of Greater Racine, decided to give up the Pancake Day, it was two things. We were not getting any new members in Kiwanis Club like we had before, and we were finding it difficult to have enough people do all of the duties that needed to be done for Pancake Day. And when it publicly got out that our club was not going to do it, we got calls and from people who wanted to take it over. Roma was the only one that was capable of doing that, because you need well over 100 people or more and a lot of hard workers and everything to do it. I did Pancake Day for 45 years, and I can still feel some of the bumps today and everything in it too. But it's a good project for the community. It was always a good resource for raising money, and we were happy to turn it over to them, and I'm sure that it'll be successful for years to come.
It's my understanding that they're turning over the proceeds in the same spirit that the Kiwanis did, which was what, basically youth sports and such things?
Well, we did it for scholarships for high school members, and then we also did it for sports and other activities as best we could and everything. And then too, when I got into the club, we were probably making over $20,000 clear. But as the community started to not sponsor it and back it as much, in addition to that, A lot of industry that were buying tickets had moved out of town and everything. And so our proceeds went from over 20,000 to well under 5,000 or 6,000.
Well, it'll be interesting to see where their numbers come in at. I don't suppose
It will be, and I hope they can continue to do it. And matter of fact, some of our members were out there helping and showing them a few different things and what to do and set everything up in a safe manner so as to not burn down Roma Lodge. Because the machines, we run them, we had 4 machines, we ran them at between 500 and 600 degrees. You could go in there and you would come out 10 pounds less every time because you were just, it would just disappear.
Well, I don't suppose that the.
Well, your dad was involved in everything too, so he was a member of our club and was a hard worker and everything then too. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I would think that the mimosa bar probably didn't hurt either. That was a new feature. And so we'll see where it all comes in at. But it was a great event, and it was just good to see that that institution is perpetuated going forward. So unless anybody has anything else for the good of the cause, one last motion.
Move for adjournment. Second.
So I hear a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We stand adjourned. Thank you, everybody.